This truly is a mystifying wave at any size. Today, looks pretty manageable, but don't let it fool you. This wave is not to be tussled with. Leave it to the experts, including these three surfers, Connor Coffin, Michael Rodrigues, and Connor O'Leary.
And on the back end, we'll see what he's got for us.
Rodrigues grabbing the rail, stalling high and tight. Quick tube ride. He's out. So Rodrigues had a previous up and down, just 0.33, so that'll be his second wave ridden.
It's crazy, right? We talk about how dangerous it is. You kind of need that kind of family support in order to make yourself feel comfortable.
Absolutely. Speaking of comfort level, this wave from Connor O'Leary, that'll crack this heat wide open at 7.67.
And that was a big drain. Deep he was and how round that wave was, even with the wind on it and the little fluffiness, the judges taking in and understanding the read of that wave, and a substantial difference between this score here from Connor Coffin and the score from Connor O'Leary.
In the allotted time, 21 minutes, 13 seconds go. Here goes Connor O'Leary. Quick stalls, he takes off, now reading this wave as it races off down the line. High and tight, quick tube ride, gets the exit. Got messy on the exit, but still, you know, that'll give him a good solid backup.
It's actually the wall of skulls. Te, meaning the, as we watch this, and this is another way to get a stall, is that little check bottom turn to set up the barrel. Unfortunately, that wave really didn't have that big open barrel.
The potential to be fractured. We will see what happens. Tika Nui Smith will be coming up next against Julian Wilson as we look to the lineup. See Connor O'Leary putting all his body weight and torque into a pair of turns. So big man-on-man heat's coming up. Wow, straight into it.
Big heat, and he's up against a very, very talented wild card.
Big matchups with a lot at stake, and that goes for this heat as well. Here goes Michael Rodrigues. Nice kick stall on his backhand. Almost finding himself in the pocket. A little erratic as he exits that tube. He goes down, flying onto the open face with full force, and see, shaking it off right there. You know, it's just repetition on a wave that is very confusing and wild. And here you go, Connor Coffin from way deep, coming around a big section. Nice crack off the top. He pulled the trigger there with priority, and wave didn't quite pan out for him. He knew he was looking for the barrel, and that section just collapsed right in front of him. Some of them will be making longer trips than others. We'll see. Will our Tahitian wildcard, the locals, do damage? Act as the spoilers. You're gonna have to stay tuned to find out. A couple more heats today yet to come. Rodrigues up and out.
For those that come through, we have a lot of fun out here.
Well, we're right on command. We got Michael Rodrigues. Might be a performance wave. One big turn out the back, straight up in the lip. That's the Michael Rodrigues turn we have come to know and love.
Doing maneuvers, and with that, he ends up going off the back and goes down. Here's that snap from Michael Rodrigues, perfectly placed right in that vertical section. That's where you're gonna get that explosiveness. Good timing.
Spray to the heavens. And here we go, pulling the trigger. Connor O'Leary, deep.
Oh!
It just gets hung up, his feet.
There was the shift of the feet. Surfers that don't move around too much, we actually had that discussion earlier today about Dane Reynolds and the fact that he doesn't move his feet around too much, whereas Connor on the forehand sets it up. See how he shifts his weight up, his back foot especially, and then there he tried to hop back.
A spot for him to turn his year around.
Exactly that, you know, and he's got to turn it around, because last year on his rookie season, as we watch him up and riding,
Quick float to set things up. This wave could grow down the line, hits the inside section. Nice tube ride for Connor O'Leary. Just clean surfing there. Didn't ask for too much in that barrel. Good add to his score line. Sitting on a 5 now, and here goes Rodrigues again, sticking to the turns. This wave could offer something through the inside. It kind of flattens out there. We'll see if he keeps surfing this one to the most dangerous beach there is. Dry reef on the inside. He gets out in time. 6 minutes, 35 seconds to go. And here's Connor Coffin. It's been a sleepy heat for Connor.
Ooh.
Big turn to start it off on that wave.
Wow, it was beautiful. This is perfectly timed. I mean, it almost felt like, and same thing with Michael, is that they just decided, you know what, I'm going to turns. You know, I've got plenty of juice under my feet. I'm not going to hunt the barrel because it's not happening for me, so I'm just going to go to turns, and that kind of surf your way into rhythm. That was a beautiful one big turn. It's going to be an okay number.
Find a wave. If there's a heavy section coming at you, you got to use it, and that's barrels and turns. attacking the heaviest sections on this wave. Not easy to do, as we've witnessed in these last couple of heats, as Rodrigues now turning his way towards the inside section. And he's got to be a little bit frustrated, knowing that there are barrels out there. He just hasn't been able to find one of note.
Probably best to be riding waves and just going to maneuvers and trying to build some scores rather than sitting there, right? I mean, and getting more frustrated. At least you're surfing your way into rhythm. I mean, I feel like he's surfing well. There was one turn in particular in this wave that I really liked. I mean, so much spray out the back. I think it's this section here, just hooking it. Nope, there's one more. I think it was this steeper one, yes, where he gets a little zap in the lip. I mean, some amazing surfing happening out on the face.
That's an 8 at lowers. He had a ride over the Teahupo'o Falls, but also hands priority over to Coffin. He's got to hope now that this wave does not materialize for Connor Coffin, as he is hoping for this wave to grow as it goes down the line. It gets to this frothy inside section. So just stylishly carving his way through to the channel. So it's going to be Connor O'Leary on the strength of a 7.67, getting the win here, leapfrogging that dangerous round 2 straight into round 3.